Hello friends, welcome back in my another lecture in a series of lectures in probability and statistics. Now in this particular lecture I am going to discuss discrete probability distribution. So discrete probability distribution means in which the random variable x is discrete. So in all the discrete probability distributions, random variable x will be discrete. All right. So in discrete probability distribution, these are 5 to 6 types, and let's start with first of all with the uniform distribution. A discrete random variable capital X is said to be uniformly distributed in closed interval 1 to n if its probability density function or simply density function is given like this one, and its value is 1 upon n and 0 under different range, and x is varying from 1 to up to n, and in otherwise case its value is a 0 density function, and this distribution is called as a uniform distribution. Note number 1, in this case the distribution function, that means capital F of x, is given or defined like this one. It has three values: 0, x minus 1 upon n minus 1, and third is 1 under three different conditions or ranges: x less than 1 and x 1 to n but less than n, and x greater than equal to n. This is distribution function for uniform distribution. Next is the mean and variance of the uniform distributions are given like this one: n plus 1 by 2 and n minus 1 whole square divided by 2. Since x is a discrete random variable, so in this case e of x will be defined like this one: summation x f of x, and x is varying from 1 to n. This is clear from here. And this one f of x, as f of x is 1 upon n, so this will be x, and this is 1 upon n, 1 to n. 1 upon n is constant, so this is summation x, and x is varying from 1 to n. If you open this summation, this will come out to be 1 plus 2 plus so on up to n. So this is sum of first n natural number, and this is a direct formula, and its values n plus 1 divided by 2, and n cancel, so this is n plus 1 divided by 2. So this is n plus 1 divided by 2. Also e of x square is defined like this one: summation, instead of x there is x square, now f of x 1 to n, again f of x is 1 upon n, so this will be like this one: 1 upon n is constant, 1 to n, so this will be x square, and which if you open, this will come out to be 1 square, 2 square, so on up to n square. This is sum of square of first n natural number, and its sum is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6, and n cancel, so this is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Therefore variance of x, as we know, this is e of x square minus e of x whole square. So e of x square is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6, and this is n plus 1 divided by 2. E of this is this one square. Now what is common? N plus 1 divided by 2 is common. Here we will left with 2n plus 1 divided by 3, and here is n plus 1 divided by 2, and which after taking LCM is 6, and simplification, this will come out to be n plus 1 divided by 2, and this will come out to be n minus 1 divided by 6, and this is a plus v, a minus v, a plus v, a minus v, and which is equal to a minus v whole square. So this will be n minus 1 whole square divided by 12. So this is variance, n minus 1 whole square divided by 12. Now moment generating function. Moment generating function of uniform distribution is defined like this one, and denoted by m of t, and this is expected value u of tx. So expected value of tx, just like this one, instead of x we have a and this will be summation b instead of x. This is e of x, summation x f of x. Instead of x we have an exponential term e raised to power tx f of x 1 to n, and this is further summation e power tx, and this is 1 upon n, 1 to n, because density function is 1 upon n. For 1 to n range, 1 upon n is constant, rest is summation e raised to power tx, and x is varying from 1 to n. Now put value of n. This is e power t, e power 2t plus so on up to e power n t. So this is finite gp, this is finite gp, and its sum is a 1 minus r raised to power n divided by 1 minus r. Here a, clearly a means first term, this is e power t, and ratio, common ratio, this is also e raised to power t. So substitute here, this is 1 upon n, a is e power t, and this is 1 minus r is e power t, and r power n means e raised to power nt, e raised power nt divided by 1 minus e raised to power t. So this is the nothing else. So this is the moment generating function for uniform distribution. So this is all about uniform distribution. Now come to the binomial distribution. Binomial distribution, it depends on Bernoulli trial. So what are the Bernoulli trials? The trial of random experiment are Bernoulli trials if they satisfy the following condition. There are 4 conditions. First is there should be finite number of trials. Trial should be independent. Each trial have exactly 2 outcomes, success and failure. Probability of success remain the same in each trial. So let us understand first of all what these trial exactly are. So let's take an example. For example, tossing a coin. Let us suppose 2 times. So number of trials are 2 because we are tossing coin independently. So 2 means finite number of trials. Trials are independent because we are tossing coin at independent different time. One toss and then another toss, 2 toss. Each trial have exactly 2 outcomes. If you toss a coin, the sample space is head and tail, so exactly 2 outcomes, and one of the outcome is supposed to be success. If probability of getting head is a success, then failure is tail. You can also suppose in converse way, if probability of getting tail is success, then getting head is a failure. Finally, probability of success remain the same in each trial. In first trial, the probability of getting head is 1 by 2. In second trial, the probability of getting head is also again 1 by 2. So probability remains the same. Now come to this one, binomial distribution. The probability distribution in which the probability of happening of event is same in all the trials. Just we have seen in this example, tossing 2 times. The probability of happening of the event, let us suppose happening of event is getting head. So probability of getting head is 1 by 2, probability head second time is again 1 by 2. This is every time same. Therefore, the probability that event will happen exactly x time in out of n trials is given by the density function, this one, and its value is ncx p raised to power x into q raised to power n minus x, and x is varying from 0, 1, 2 up to n, and value of q is 1 minus p because p plus q is 1. Let us put this to be 1, where p means p is probability of success, p is probability of success, and q is probability of failure, and n number of trial, n means number of trials for which experiment is performed, for which experiment means random experiment is performed. All right. Now therefore the discrete probability density function or simply density function given by this one is often called as a binomial distribution, since for values of these x 0, 1, 2 up to n, it corresponds to successive terms in the binomial expansion of q plus p raised to power n. If you open this one, this is n c0 q raised to power n, n c1 q raised to power n minus 1, p get introduced, and c2 value of power of n q is decreasing and power of p is increasing 2. So in this way last term n c n q finish because power its power is diminishing by 1. So p power of p will be highest, p power n. So if you add all of these terms, this will be summation n cx p raised to power x and q raised to power n minus x, where x is varying from 0 to n. This is clear from here. So correspond to this term, if you see this term nc0 q power n, this is exactly same from here density function. If you put x is equal to 0, similarly if you put x is equal to 1 here, you will get this one. If you put highest value of x n in this density function, you will get n cn p power n. So all the density function for different random variables correspond to these terms, and overall this general term, this is same like this one. So that's why this binomial distribution, this is called binomial distribution, because it depends on two outcomes, q and p. This is probability of success and this is probability of a failure. Note special case. The special case of binomial distribution with n is equal to 1 is called as Bernoulli distribution. Bernoulli distribution. Reason means if in this density function highest value of x, x is n is 1 in value of x will be only 0 to 1. If value of x is only 0 to 1, then this density function will be for density function for a Bernoulli distribution. Binomial distribution is denoted by BNP. B means for binomial, and n means number of trial for which experiment is performed, and p is the probability of success. Mean of the binomial distribution is np. Since e of x, this is summation x f of x, x is varying from 0 to n. This we already know by the definition, because x is in this case a discrete random variable. Alright, now substitute the value of this one. X f of x is here. This is n cx p raised to power x and q raised to power n minus x, and 0 to n. Now see here, n cx, this is factorial n factorial x factorial n minus x, n minus x, and this open this one time, n minus 1 factorial, open this also one time, x minus 1 factorial, and this can be written as n minus 1 minus x minus 1. This is factorial, and this bar is the smallest bracket. If you open this bracket, this is minus x plus 1, 1 cancel, this term is still n minus x. Now it can be written as n by x, and rest of all these terms can be written as, this is combination n minus 1 c x minus 1. So see here, n cx is n upon x, and decrease the power by 1, then next combination is n minus 1 c1 is 1. So similarly n upon x, next will be n minus 1 x minus 1, so combination will become, decrease it by 1, n minus 2 c x n minus x minus 2. All right, continuing this way. So I'm opening it one time, so just generalizing this result, you will get this one. Now use this result for ncx for use this one. So this will be summation x, this is n upon x n minus 1 c x minus 1 p power x q raised to power n minus x, x cancel, so outside is n, summation n minus 1 c x minus 1 p power x q raised to power n minus x. Now see here, if you put the value of x here, this should be 0 and this should be also 0. So if you, what should be value of x here? So value of x should be 1, so this will be 0. In order to make this 0, there should be minus sign. It means this power of p is x minus 1, so right outside the p, if you add p and this one, this is still p power x. This is just to make it 0. Now you can put here, this is 0, this power is also 0. Now what about this summation? This is up to n minus x. So what about this summation? This summation is similar like this one, and here is n, so this is q plus power n, q plus p power n, so here is n minus 1. So this will be, this summation will be np, this will be q plus p raised to power n minus 1. Because of this summation, there is n minus 1. Q plus p is 1. Since q plus p is equal to 1, so this term will be 1, so we are left with only np. So this is the mean. Mean of binomial distribution is NP. Now come to the variance. Variance of binomial distribution. For variance we need E of x square. Since E of x square, this will be like this one. This will be like this. Instead of x, there will be x square. So this is summation x square f of x. This will be summation x square n c x p raised to power x q raised to power n minus x. This is 0 to n. This will be further. This x square can be written as x minus 1 x minus x plus x. This one. And ncx for ncx, write this term, so this will be n minus 1 x minus 1 n minus 2 c x minus 2. Next is p power x and next is q power n minus x, and 0 from 0 to n. I am writing x square as this one. Multiply this inside, x and x cancel, this is still x square. Alright, and ncx because of this result is this one. Now multiplying all of these four terms inside one by one. First of all with this one, then with this one. See here, this will be summation x minus 1. These two cancel, so we are left with n minus 1. Next is this one, n minus 2 c x minus 2 p power x q raised to power n minus x. Next summation will be, now multiply all of these four terms here, x and x cancel, so we are left with n minus 1. Here is x minus 1, next is n minus 2 c x minus 2 p power x q raised to power n minus x. So here x will start with 2 up to n, and here x will start right from 1 up to n. In the next step you will come to know why it start with 2 and why it start with 1. Now come to the next step. Next step will be summation taking n minus 1. n minus 1 is constant. Inside will be summation n minus 2 c x minus 2 p power x q raised to power n minus x. Now here we may what should be value of x? X should be 2. So in order to make this 0 and this 0, in order to make this power of p 0, there should be minus 2. If there is minus 2, so we have to write here p square. You can check it now. This should be p square. Multiply p square and this one. This is p still p power x. So similarly, next term will be, now see here. What is this whole? This one. N is outside, and this one, because of this one is n minus 1 c x minus 1 combination. So this is n outside, summation n minus 1 c x minus 1 p power x q raised to power n minus x. As we know, x will in this case will start with 1, because in order to make this 0, this power should be also 0. So here should be minus 1. If there is minus 1, we have to write here p outside the summation, because if you multiply p and this one, this should be p power x. Overall no change. You can see there is no overall more change. P and p cancel, this is still p power x. Now this is n minus 1. Now see here, compare this expression with this. If there is n, so there is also n. So in first case there is n minus 2. So using this result in both cases, so this is q plus p raised to power n minus 2, and in second case this is np, this is p square, and this is q plus p raised to power n minus 1. Since q plus p is equal to 1, so this term will be 1, this term will be 1. So this is n minus 1 p square, and this is n p. Therefore variance of x, since we know variance of x is e of x square minus e of x whole square. This is e of x square. E of x here just evaluated n minus 1 p square plus np, and e of x, as we know, this is np whole square. Now multiply this n, this will be n square, multiply this also, p square minus n p square plus np minus n square p square. These two cancel each other. Now what is common between these two? N and p is common, so here will be 1, and here will be n is outside, only 1 p, because q plus p is 1, so 1 minus p will be q from here. So this is n p q. this value from here will be q. So this is the variance. Also standard deviation, which is also written as sigma, this is positive square root of variance of x, and this will be positive square root of npq. So this is the standard deviation for binomial distribution. Now come to the moment generating function. The moment generating function of the binomial distribution is again defined like this one. M of t is, this is the formula you have every time you have to remember, and this can be written as e of, because e of x is summation x f of x, so this will be summation x, in place of x this is e power tx into f of x, and x 0 to n, x is varying from 2 to n, here x is varying from 1 to n. Now see here, substitute the value. This is summation e power tx, substitute the value f of x. This is n cx p raised to power x q raised to power n minus x. Now adding these two terms together, n cx, this will be p e power t, outside is x. So combining both of these terms, this will this one into q raised to power n minus x, 0 to n, 0 to n. Now see here, this is q plus p raised to power n, and its value is summation n cx p raised to power x and q raised to power n minus x. Use this result, 0 to n. Here is n, and these are same, this is also same. Instead of p, there is p into e power t, so this will be q plus, instead of p, right here this term p e power t, and outside is again n. Number of times are same. So this is the moment generating function for binomial distribution. So this is all about density function, then mean, variance, standard deviation, finally moment generating function for the binomial distribution. Now I'm going to solve some problems on binomial distribution. The first one is, find the probability that in a 5 tosses of a die, 3 will appear twice, at most twice, at least twice. Alright. First of all, the sample space for throwing a die will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and total number of possible outcomes clearly are 6. Alright. Also, number of trials are 5 tosses are there. Number of trials means n is equal to 5. This is also clear. Let x be a random variable that getting 3 in tossing a die. Therefore, we have to find probability of success and failure. P is probability of getting 3 in single toss of die. So, what is the probability of getting 3? Probability of the favorable outcome is only 1. So total outcomes are 6. So this is success, probability of success. So probability of failure q, this implies this will be 1 minus p, 1 minus 1 by 6. So this will be 5 by 6. Therefore, by binomial distribution, probability of 3 occur twice. 3 occur twice means x is 3, x is 2 twice. This is p of x is equal to 2. Now use this formula, p of x is equal to small x. This is n cx p raised to power x and q raised to power n minus n, density function for the binomial distribution. X is 2 and n is 5. So this will be 5c2, p is half raised to power 2, and q is also half. 5 minus 2 is 3, and which on simplification, this will use this formula NCR for factorial n, factorial r, factorial n minus r for 5c2, and this one simplification, this will come out to be 625 divided by 3 triplet. This is the probability that 3 occur twice. Next is probability 3 occur at most once. So sorry, this is once, at most once. this is once. At most once means maximum one time. So this is probability of a 3 occur no time and 3 occur one time. Now we use this formula. Trials are the same but exchange. This will be 5C0 half raised to power 0 and half raised to power 5 minus 0 is 5. Next will be 5C1. Sorry, this is not half. This is 1 by 6. This is 1 by 6 and this is 5 by 6. This is 5 by 6. Again, this is 1 by 6 and this will be 5 by 6. Similarly, this is 1 by 6 raised to power 1 and this is 5 by 6 raised to power 5 minus 1 is 4. Alright, and this on simplification and using NCR formula, this one and this term will come out to be 3125 divided by 7776 and this is also 3125 on simplification 7776. Exactly same 2 times this one. 2 times means 3125 on simplification 38888. So this is the value of 3 occur at most once. This is 1 by 6, 5 by 6. 3 occur at least twice. At least twice means minimum 2 times. So this is P of and this can be written as 1 minus P of x is equal to 0 plus P of x is equal to bigger 1. This probability can be written as this probability. Reason being because P of A plus P of not A is always equal to 1 and event like this one and event this one, these are like A and not A, entirely different from each other. So this result can be written as this one because of this result. 1 minus, we have already evaluated this result. This is 3125 38888 from here and which on simplification will come out to be 763 divided by 38888. So this is the first problem. Now come to the second one. Second problem is here. Find the probability that in tossing a coin 3 times there will be appear 3 head, 2 tail, 1 head, at least 1 head, not more than 1 tail. Alright, since the sample space for tossing a coin, this is this one, the total number of sample points are 2. Also the number of trials, because 3 tosses are there 3 times, the number of trials are 3. Let x be a random variable that getting head in tossing a coin. Therefore small p means probability of, this will be probability of getting head in single toss. So this is 1 by 2. So this is probability of success. Similarly, probability of this implies q will be probability of failure 1 minus half. So this will be 1 minus half is also half. This is probability of failure. Again use therefore by binomial distribution, use this formula. P of x is equal to small x n c x p raised to power x q raised to power n minus x. Use this result. 3 head means exactly x is 3. P of x is equal to 3. So n is 3 and x is also 3. 3c3 half raised to power 3 and pq is also half raised to power 0. And which on simplification 3c3, use this formula NCR as we know this result, and this on simplification will come out to be 1 by 8. Similarly, probably a 2 head 1, 2 tail 1 head, because random variable is in term of head, so 1 head means P of x is equal to 1. Again trials are 3 and x is 1. 3c1 half raised to power 1 and half raised to power 3 minus 1 is 2, and for this combination use this result, and which upon simplification will come out to be 3 by 8. Next is at least 1 head, minimum 1 head. So minimum 1 head means, so this will be, because maximum 3 trials are there, so 1 head, at least 1 head means 1 head, 2 head, 3 head. All right, 1 head we have already evaluated this probability here. This is 3 by 8. 2 head means trials are 3 but x is 2. 3c2 half raised to power 2 and half raised to power 3 minus 2 is 1. P of x is equal to 3. P of x is equal to 3 is 1 by 8. We have already evaluated this one, and which upon simplification, this is 3 by 8. This is also 3 by 8 on simplification. 3 by 8. This is 1 by 8. Take the LCM. This will be 7 by 8. This is the probability that at least one head. And finally, last, not more than one tail. Now we have, first of all, we have to convert this in term of head, because our random variable is in term of head. Not more than one tail means at least two head. At least two head. Minimum two head, because maximum trials are 3. So minimum two head means either two head or three head. You can easily check. Two head means one tail, three head means no tail. So minimum one tail is there, not more than one tail, because we need one, not more than one tail. So use this result. P of x is equal to 2. We already know P of x is equal to 2 is, this will come out to be 3 by 8. P of x is equal to 3, and this will come out to be, x is equal to 3 is this one, 1 by 8, already evaluated. This is 4 by 8, 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So this is the probability that not more than one tail. So friends, what we have learned in this particular lecture, we come to know about two distribution, discrete distribution function. First is uniform probability distribution function, and next is binomial distribution. In both case, x is a discrete random variable, and in both case we have evaluated density. We come to know about density function, followed by mean, followed by variance, followed by moment generating function in both case. So friends, this is all about this lecture.